Facts First presents. This grandpa's common bad habit landed him in the ER with sepsis. Ricky Kennedy, a husband, father of four, and a grandfather, he and his wife live a simple life in Westcliff, Dumbarton, which is in Scotland. The couple were congregants at St. Augustine's Episcopal Church on Dumbarton High Street. They also sing in the choir together. Ricky's musical talent didn't stop with singing either. He also played the guitar. Ricky had a brush with death, and it was unknown whether he would live or die. It all started when his wife, Ghislaine, got home and found her husband on the floor, clutching his chest. She was sure that he was having a heart attack, and the pain was so bad it made it difficult for him to move. Ghislaine called 999, and Ricky was rushed to the hospital. After an examination, the doctors discovered that he was battling sepsis, and he had a 50% chance of survival. His illness spread quickly, and the doctors had to treat Rick quickly before he went into septic shock or even organ failure. The doctors wanted to treat Ricky as aggressively as possible, but they also wanted to figure out the cause of his condition. They asked Ghislaine if her husband had injured himself recently. She told them that he did develop a small blister on his thumb, but he'd already gone through a course of antibiotics to clear up any infection. Despite being on antibiotics, Ricky's illness began with that blister. It had become infected, and it caused the sepsis to spread through his body. It wasn't the blister that had the doctors concerned, though. It was the cause of the blister. Ricky developed the blister due to a bad habit, and the doctors were worried that he wouldn't be able to break the habit, preventing this type of infection from occurring again. The blister that Ricky developed that led to his sepsis was caused when Ricky was playing the guitar. Blisters are not uncommon for guitar players, but to be on the safe side, he went to see his doctor. The doctor saw the blister and saw what appeared to be an infection, so he prescribed the antibiotics. The doctor had no idea that a much more severe problem was going to occur. It turned out the actual cause of Rick's sepsis was that he was a nail biter. He'd bitten his nails very low, and when he played the guitar, that turned into a blister. Because of his habit of biting his nails, an infection began, which quickly spread through his body. The infection became so severe that Ricky didn't remember anything leading up to his trip to the hospital. He didn't even know that the doctors had only given him a 50% chance for survival. Treating Rick's condition wasn't something that happened in just a day or two. It took weeks for the doctors to get the sepsis under control. When the doctors determined that Ricky had sepsis, he was transferred to the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital's infection disease ward. It was the only facility of its kind in Scotland. The doctors started treatment they hoped would save Ricky's life. While his life hung in the balance, Ricky's family stood by him, praying for him to get better. Ricky says that he'd been biting his nails for years. He never expected it to come close to killing him, though. According to The Verge, 30% of the population has this same bad habit as Ricky does, but most never end up fighting for their lives. According to experts, there are a few reasons why people bite their nails to begin with. Some bite their nails out of boredom, some bite them when they are tired, some bite their nails when they're worried. In most cases, when a person bites their nails, they don't even really think about it before they do it. It just comes naturally. Ricky can't think of a reason why he bites his nails. He says he's been doing it for as long as he can remember. He never thought that it would lead to him coming close to death. For Ricky, the road to recovery was not an easy one. He was in the hospital from January until May of 2018. When he was finally released, he still wasn't out of the woods. He had to continue taking antibiotics for another 2 months. He was also suffering from frequent bouts of severe pain, similar to what he'd felt when he was taken to the hospital during his initial attack. The sepsis also caused chronic conditions, including sepsis and arthritis. It also eroded his collarbone, and he had to have surgery. This grandpa's common bad habit of biting his nails landed him in the ER with sepsis. It almost cost him his life. What bad habit do you need to break? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe for more.